A Rolls Royce is one of the most successful luxury cars that money can buy. The brand is well known all over the world thanks to its 130 plus dealerships spread across 40 plus nations. But it all started out with a poor kid that had a passion for innovation. When the farm boy Henry Royce first started out tinkering with engines, nobody could have guessed he would one day create some of the most expensive cars in the world. And when he finally met his daredevil companion, history was truly made. Frederick Henry Royce, the youngest of 5 children, was born in 1863 in Alwalton, England. His parents, James and Mary, owned and managed a flour mill. After going bankrupt in 1867, the poor Royce family moved to London in search of a better life. Henry, who was 4 at the time, already had his first job as a bird scarer on a nearby farm. After his father died in 1872, Henry began selling newspapers and delivering telegrams. Henry's childhood poverty had a profound impact on him. He began an apprenticeship with the Great Northern Railway Works as a young teenager. Despite his lack of formal education, Henry took advantage of any opportunity to further his education, studying algebra, French, and electrical engineering in his spare time. Henry worked briefly for a tool-making company in Leeds before moving on to the Electric Light and Power Company in London. He moved to Liverpool in 1882, where he continued to work for the Electric Light and Power Company. He founded a company with his engineer friend Ernest Claremont when he was 22 years old. They named it F.H. Royce & Company, worked around the clock for the next few years to manufacture electrical components such as doorbells and dynamos. The company continued to grow, and by 1894, they were also producing electric cranes. But Henry's interest started taking him somewhere else: motor cars. While Henry Royce plays a vital role in the Rolls-Royce story, we shouldn't forget the contribution of Charles Stewart Rolls. Born in 1877 in London's affluent Berkeley Square, Charles Rolls studied mechanical engineering at Trinity College in Cambridge. After developing an early interest in engineering, Charles knew how to stand out. He earned the nickname Dirty Rolls due to his reputation for tinkering with engines. Charles began working on a steam yacht after graduating in 1898, and then at the London and North Western Railway. However, he was more interested in motoring, pioneering, and salesmanship. In 1903, he opened one of the first car dealerships in Britain with financial aid from his father. Now let's get back to the story of Henry Royce. While running his company, Henry became increasingly interested in automobiles. In 1901, he decided to improve a used 2-cylinder, the Colville car he had bought. But he wanted more, so he decided to build his own car. By the end of 1903, he had designed and built his first petrol engine. The following year, he drove his first Royce 10-horsepower motor car into town. His first car was a success, so he set out to build another one, and another. He gave one of the 3 cars he had built to his business partner Ernest Claremont, the other one of their shareholders, Henry Edmunds, and it was Henry Edmunds who arranged the meeting between Rolls and Royce. Edmunds has no idea that the meeting would forever change the future of automobile industry. While Rolls had always preferred 3- and 4-cylinder cars, Royce's 2-cylinder vehicle impressed him greatly. He knew he would found what he was looking for within minutes of seeing it. He drove the vehicle and agreed on the spot to sell as many vehicles as Royce could build. While Henry Royce and Charles Rolls are very good people, they also made an excellent team. The huge success of the cars led to the creation of the Rolls-Royce Company in 1906. Then came the launch of the 6-cylinder Silver Ghost. Within a year, it was hailed as the best car in the world. So this success, they also had Charles' partner to thank. While Henry and Charles were busy building and selling automobiles, Charles' partner, Claude Johnson, was named managing director. He recognized the importance of expanding the company's reputation, and as a publicity genius, he orchestrated a series of stunts to promote the quietness and dependability of Rolls-Royce automobiles. Of course, marketing alone will only get you so far, and both Henry and Charles dedicated themselves to delivering the best quality possible. But it was especially Henry who had a knack for pushing himself to the limit when it came to working. But this incredible partnership came to an end when Charles was killed in an air crash in 1910. His tragic death meant the end of the brief Rolls-Royce partnership. Henry was now on his own to carry on their legacy. Henry had an innate work ethic, and his innovative designs established Rolls-Royce's reputation for superior engineering and quality. He uncompromisingly pursued his basic principle of establishing the best design with both the finest materials and the highest levels of craftsmanship. To put it in his own words, strive for perfection in everything you do. Take the best that exists and make it better. When it does not exist, design it. Rolls-Royce is currently owned by BMW, and the company is still best known for producing some of the most expensive cars in the world. But what makes this car so expensive? The color is one of the most costly factors that determine the price of a Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce claims to have over 44,000 different color options. That's one of the reasons the paint job is so costly. They'll go through several different paint colors until they get the exact shade you want. The more complicated your color selection, the higher the price you can expect for your Rolls-Royce. In addition to the endless color variations, Rolls-Royce customers can infuse their paint with the materials that create special effects. One particularly wealthy customer went a step further, requesting the addition of 1,000 diamonds. Rolls-Royce applies to a total of 23 coats of paint, including any special effects requested by the customer. Detailing is done by hand, and there's only one person at Rolls-Royce who draws with a brush. The detailing is done according to the customer specifications, but if the customer wants to make changes to the detailing, Rolls-Royce staff travels to the customer's location and completes the work. The Rolls-Royce has 300-pound soundproofing to reduce outside noise. The luxury car uses special foam-filled tires to reduce road noise. These specially designed tires reduce road noise by 9 decibels. This increased the level of comfort in the vehicle. The dashboard designs are also customized to the needs of the customer. It is done in the manner of an art gallery by gathering the artistic content that the customer requires. The interior of the Royce is given a premium appearance thanks to this specialized custom design. Starlight headlights are one of Rolls-Royce's main highlights. It is a network of fiber optic roof lights that simulate the night sky and stars. So it's clear that the process of customization and the sheer amount of detail that goes into the making of the car makes it so expensive. That's it for today. Are you a fan of Rolls-Royce? Let us know in the comments section.